Okay. All right. Now I should be recording to the cloud, so that looks good. Then I think I can hit this button. Okay, perfect. And now I even have this little red dot to highlight what we're pointing at. All right, well, welcome to the next installment of short little videos where I'm helping you work through the Hebrew reading practice document. All right, this is the second one of Hebrew reading practice. It is starting with a section titled Henglish Words, which are English words written in the Hebrew characters. Okay, there's to be some fun little entertaining things in here. And I'm reading these, you can get practice, you can hear what I was shooting for in each case, but these are specifically designed so that they have the answer key sort of built in, you know, if you pronounced it right, because it would be a English word. All right, so we will get started. It's a great way to get some practice. Top right-hand corner of this chart, first word is egg, egg. Then we have goat, goat, meat, meat, 10, 10. Like that's a final none right there. You can see how short and narrow it is. Then gate, gate. All right, next row. Let, let. Cove, cove. Keys, keys. All right. Part of the practice of this is that this is the plural of key in English, right? Which we would write K-E-Y-S. And here it's written with a Z sound. Okay, part of that is because it is the same sound, but we write it differently. And so in your brain, sometimes it registers as a different, it got to be different. They can't be the same. How could you write keys with a Z at the end of it? That wouldn't be right. And part of the exercise is helping you separate out the sounds that you make in English from the way you think about looking at them and writing them. All right, this is hat. Hot, excuse me. This is not hat. This is hot. I was thinking of what I was going to tell you not to pronounce it as because there's no ash, there's no hat in Hebrew. It's ah. So this is hot, hot. All right, this is everyone's favorite composer, Bach, Bach. All right, third row, we have or, yes, no, seed, rude. Okay, now look at this. This is resh. Vav with the dagesh that's serving as the vowel, the oo, and then dalet. Okay. And we have lie. There's this diphthong again. Oh, what is that doing there? That kamate shouldn't be there. This is by, tie, die, and high. All right. Next up, we have y'all, y'all, are, really, really. All right, next is a little tricky. Ugly, ugly. And then red necks. This is a samak here. Okay. All together. Y'all are really ugly rednecks. There you are. Wouldn't want you to get bored. Here. Let's scroll down. Hold still. All right. Let's go get my little spotlight again. Okay, here we go. I adore. This should be over the vav. Pardon that. Adore. This is dalet and then resh. Work on distinguishing those. Vice. Resident. President. President. Yim. Final mem. Yim bak. Yim bak. I adore Vice President Yim, because there's no J in Hebrew, Yim Bak. If you don't know, Jim Bak is the Vice President of Admissions at Swarthmore College. All right, this one is heresy. Heresy. Oof. Yeet. Yikes. Yikes. And ham sandwich. Ham sandwich. Ham sandwich. All right. Then we have Boktober. Boktober. Communism. 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 Fear. Fear. Now in Hebrew, you wouldn't write this way because you would need to put a dagesh in this letter because it's a beged kefet letter and it's the start of a syllable. And so it would have to be pronounced peer. But for here, for the English, we're writing it as fear. Dean Terhune. All right. Next we have skater. Again, I don't know why it did this extra. There should only be one of those. Bottle. Beer. Year. Show. Peak. Gross. Gross. Bean. Reference. Grammar. That's strange. It reduplicated some of these vowels. Okay. We're going to scoot ourselves down a little bit. Next up, we have a couple basketball players. If you don't catch those names, don't feel bad. All right. We have LeBron James, followed by Giannis Antetokounmpo, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan. Okay. Then we have Denny Avdia. Okay, now most of these basketball players are famous or notable for some reason. Denny Avdia is the league's only Jewish player. So this is actually the spelling of his name. I didn't have to make that one up. All right. Furkan, Korkmaz. This is Furkan Korkmaz. Then we have Steph Curry, Chris Paul, Yoel Embiid, Joel Embiid. All right, we're done with the basketball players. Duress, beauty, tolerance, steamed, Crawdads. Okay, some of these are a little bit of a stretch. You'll just have to bear with me, right? That's part of the entertainment value of them. Okay, let's see. What else have we got? All right. Cyanogen, gas, right? Cyanogen gas. Cryo. This dot should be over the bump. Cryogenically, frozen. Han Solo. This is Han Solo. There we go. Who is cryogenically frozen. Jedi. Luke Skywalker. Jedi Luke Skywalker. Obi-Wan. This little dash here, you don't have to pronounce it. It's just used sometimes to link words together. And it is supposed to be that high. That's just kind of how they are in Hebrew. Okay. And this one actually works really. So in English, we could say OB, right? But in Hebrew, because this bet is not the first one in the syllable, it loses its dagesh and it gets pronounced as OV. Ovi-Wan, right? Kenobi, same thing. It would be Kenobi, but this bet is not the first one in the syllable, and so it is pronounced with a V sound. Okay. And then we have arsenic. Cyclone. See, cyclone. Then we have Cyclops. All right, in English, this would be Cyclops with the P sound. But again, in Hebrew, it would be strange to write that because I would need to have a dagesh here in this pay, which can't happen because it's not the start of a syllable. In many cases, I could make it the start of a syllable if I wanted to. But in this case, I don't even have that choice because it is followed by another shva. So if I have two shvas in a row like this, the second one has to be voiced. It can't be closing the syllable because the syllable hasn't been opened, right? But this one the first one has to close out the sound. All right, next I have Cyprus. Cyprus. All right, then we have mitochondria. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. All right, we have Kareem, cream, Kahiz, Kahiz. All right, this is, there's no ch in Hebrew. So this is my closest approximation for cheese. All right, cream cheese, cream cheese. Danish, Danish, cream cheese, Danish. River. Danube, river Danube. We'll get a little bit geographic here. Date, tree, peg, leg, peg leg pirate, regular. All right, let's see what else I got laying around here. Zoom out just a touch so I can get. Come on, can I get? Oh, I would like to really get both of these charts in. Okay. Okay, here we are. All right, decapitate. Decap. This is not decaf, because if it were, there wouldn't be a degate. So this is decapitate. That's what we call a voiced schwa. All right, followed by kilogram. Dear, I haven't looked at these in a while. So this is indecent. This must not be the updated version. Attire. Declare. Layer. Greek. Latin. Okay, now this is a little bit of a mix because this v is just the conjunction. So I'm throwing a little bit of a joke there. So that is Greek and Latin. Declensions. All right, Greek and Latin declensions. Scuba. All right, in English, this would be scuba, but I can't write that in Hebrew for reasons previously discussed. CS. This is followed by department, CS department, as in CS computer science. Liberal. All right, again, this would be a B in English. Liberal. Art. College. There's no J in Hebrew, so this is liberal arts, like liberal arts college. Okay. Next, I have a very peculiar, strange word. I don't know what this one could be or what it could mean. It starts with homeschool. Ease. Heaven. Huh. Homeschool is heaven. Deaf. Leffard. This is Raish and then Dalet. Leffard. Def Lefford. D deify, deify. All right, as in to make someone a deity. Lest ye be defiled, Hoover dam, all right, and I have distressed, damsel, vetsuit. This goes back to our scuba example. There's also no W, so I've put in the vav for wetsuit here, followed by snorkel. All right, now we're getting a bit artistic. I have Degas, Van Gogh. This is Rembrandt. Descartes. Okay, this is a scary looking word. Okay, this is Derrida. Okay, now the first one, this is a little tricky. Okay, Derrida. That's a dalet followed by a resh, followed by another dalet. And I put a dagesh in the resh, which rhymes and also shouldn't happen. So I'm going to have to fix that. All right. Next one, we have an explorer here. DeSoto. Gregor. Mendel. Gregor Mendel. Monet. Mozart. Picasso. Look, there's a dagesh in this sin here. All right, that's where they put the dagesh, if there ever is a dagesh in the sin. Okay, and dageshes represent doubling sounds, so it's not terribly important, but I would write two S's if I were spelling Picasso's name in English, right? Because it's sort of two syllables, right? It's Picasso, cas is one syllable, and then the last syllable is so, right? So the S is showing up in both places. So if I have to do that in Hebrew, I would put a dagesh to represent that I'm sort of doubling this sound, right? It's the idea there were two sins, and then one of them went away, and it became this little tiny dot. So this is not Picasso, right? It's not Picasso altogether. It would be Picasso. So there's actually this sin is showing up at the end of the syllable before it and at the start of the syllable that it is leading. Bach. We recycling that one from earlier. Leonato. All right. Da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci. Michelangelo. Leonardo da Vinci. Da Vinci. Okay, and we'll finish off this one here without my little pointer. Matisse. Andy Warhol. Virgil. You know, there's no J. Doing the best I can here. And Homer. So I got Virgil and Homer in here. Okay, we'll do this chart here. I had way too much fun making this. All right. Sophocles, Socrates, Luther. Okay, so this tav, if you go back a little ways, in certain context, it was pronounced with a th sound, as in th, right? And we know this is the case because of the place that Jesus was born is called Bethlehem. In Hebrew, it's Beit Lechem in the pronunciation that we're using, right? Beit Lechem. But in the olden days, when you had a tav in the middle of things like that, it would become a th. So it would become Bethlehem. And you can see how Bethlehem became Bethlehem. So this is Luther, as in the theologian Luther. All right, followed by Calvin, Augustine. All right, this is Eggs Benedict. Caprisi, right? Caprisi. Gherkin pickles. Taco salad. All right, I got a couple plants here. We have elm, maple, oak, pear, lemon, pine, hickory, cane, ash, banyan tree, then T.S. Eliot, Robert Frost, Edgar Allan Poe. There we go. Look at that. We've made it through a whole bunch of fun things. All right. Here we have some other fun things as they are aptly titled. All right. Let's get started.